My name is Lena. I am not famous. I am not rich. I am just a woman with a quiet life and a heart full of memories. This is my story. It is about love. It is about forgetting. And it is about learning how to let go. 1. The day everything changed. I still remember the smell of rain that morning. The sky was gray, and the city felt slow, like it was holding its breath. I was standing outside street Mary's hospital, holding a small paper bag with oranges inside. He loved oranges. Or at least, he used to. His name was Daniel. We met 5 years ago at a small cafe near the university. I was reading a book. He spilled coffee on my table. He said sorry too many times. I laughed. That was the beginning. Since then, he became my world. But today, I was not visiting my boyfriend. I was visiting a stranger. Daniel had been in a car accident 3 weeks ago. A truck hit his car at night. He survived, but he lost his memory. The doctors called it retrograde amnesia. They said, he forgot the last 3 years of his life. Those 3 years were me. 2. Walking into silence. I walked into the hospital slowly. My hands were shaking. My heart was beating too fast. I had practiced my words many times. Hi, Daniel. It's me, Lena. I'm your girlfriend. Simple words. Easy words. But when I entered the room, everything became heavy. Daniel was sitting on the bed. He looked the same, dark hair, soft eyes, calm face. But his eyes passed over me like I was nothing. A nurse smiled at me. You can talk to him now, she said. I nodded and stepped closer. Hi, Daniel, I whispered. He looked at me politely. Hello, he said. Do I know you? That question cut my heart like a knife. I smiled, even though my eyes were full of tears. I'm Lena, I said. I'm your girlfriend. He looked confused. My girlfriend, he repeated. I don't remember having a girlfriend. I felt the room spinning. Oh, I said softly. That's okay. The doctor said you may not remember. He nodded slowly. I remember my parents, my job, my childhood, but not you. I'm sorry. I know, I said. It's not your fault. But inside, I was breaking. 3. Memories only one person has. I visited Daniel every day. I told him stories. I told him how we met. I told him how he hated mornings but loved sunrise walks with me. I told him how he used to sing badly in the shower and laugh when I covered my ears. He listened politely. Sometimes he smiled. Sometimes he looked bored. It was like telling my life story to someone who didn't care. One day, I brought photos. This is us, I said, showing him a picture. We were at the beach. He was holding me, smiling widely. He stared at the photo. That looks nice, he said. You look happy. We were happy, I replied. Were? He asked. Yes, I said quietly. He looked at me for a long moment. I'm sorry, he said again. I wish I could remember. I nodded. So do I. 4. Hope is a dangerous thing. The doctors said memory could come back. They said, give him time. So I waited. I waited with hope in my chest and pain in my heart. I stopped my life. I stopped seeing friends. I stopped smiling. Every day was about Daniel. One afternoon, I arrived early and heard voices inside his room. I stood near the door. A woman was laughing. I looked inside. She was young, beautiful, confident. She was sitting close to Daniel, holding his hand. Who is she? I asked the nurse later. Oh, the nurse said. That's Emily. She's been visiting him a lot. They met after the accident. My heart dropped. They met here? I asked. Yes, the nurse replied. He likes her. She makes him happy. I walked away before my tears fell. 5. The truth hurts. The next day, I went to Daniel's room again. Emily was there. Daniel smiled at me. Hi, Lena, he said. Emily told me about you. Emily looked uncomfortable. I hope you don't mind, she said. Daniel and I have become close. Close. That word destroyed me. Daniel looked at me with honest eyes. I feel bad, he said. I know we had something. But I don't feel it anymore. I wanted to scream. I wanted to beg. But I didn't. I took a deep breath. I understand, I said. And that was a lie. 6. Loving someone who forgot you. Days passed. I watched Daniel fall in love with someone else. He laughed more. He talked more. He looked alive again. And I felt invisible. One evening, Daniel stopped me as I was leaving. Lena, he said, can I ask you something? Yes, I replied. Why do you still come? He asked. If it hurts you so much. I opened my mouth, but no words came. Finally, I said, because I love you. He looked sad. I wish I could love you back, he said. But my heart feels empty when I try. I nodded. That's okay, I whispered. But it was not okay. 7. The letter I never gave him. That night, I wrote a letter. I wrote everything. I wrote about our first kiss. I wrote about our fights and how we always made peace. I wrote about the future we planned, our small house, our dog, our dreams. I cried while writing. The next morning, I brought the letter to the hospital. But when I saw Daniel and Emily laughing together, I stopped. I looked at the letter in my hand. And I realized something painful. Love is not forcing someone to remember you. Love is wanting them to be happy, even if it's not with you. I tore the letter into pieces. 8. Letting go. I didn't visit Daniel the next day. Or the next. A week passed. I felt empty, but also lighter. I started walking again. I started reading again. I started living again. 1 month later, I received a message from Daniel. Hi Lena. I hope you are well. I just wanted to say thank you for everything you did for me. I stared at the screen. My fingers trembled. I replied, I'm glad you're okay. Take care. That was all. 9. A memory for me, not for him. Sometimes, I still think about him. I remember his voice. I remember his smile. But I don't wait anymore. He forgot me. But I did not forget myself. And that is how I survived.